After a relaxing morning by the pool, I am ready to explore the beauty of Malta from the water. Today I am embarking on the boat cruise around Valletta. Come with me. Morning.
Good morning. No, it's not our company. I think it's the red boat behind the blue boat.
Oh, behind it?
Yes, behind it.
Okay, can I go this way?
You can go, yes.
Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Now we are leaving Slima Creek and start cruising the Malta Harbour.
Hier zurückgehen, bevor wir das vergessen, das Bett leider schon 60. Da müssen wir mal fotografieren, da bauen die mit kleinen Geldbeuteln. Das ist meiner Meinung nach auch schon aufgenommen.
On our right you can see Manuel Island, which was formerly known as Bishop Island because it was once the property of the Bishop of Malta. It was renamed after the Portuguese Grand Master Manuel de Villena, who was responsible for fortifying the island. It was once a true island, but has now been linked to the mainland via a little stone bridge, which is situated in Guzira.
Hast du alles verstanden?
Coming on to your right, now you can see Fort Manuel. It was built in 1726 by the French architect Charles-François de Mondrian. At that time, it could hold a garrison of 500 soldiers. On the top of the main gate, you can find the bronze bust of Grandmaster Villena. And you can also see some very low steps. They were built like that on purpose, since the knights had very heavy armor and wouldn't have been able to climb these steps if they had been any steeper. Some movies are shot or partly shot in Malta, and the movies of Assassin's Creed was partly shot here at Fort Manuel.
Platz weg ist, aber normalerweise nicht.
During medieval times, the plague was often brought to Europe from the east, and Malta was no exception. To combat its spreading, Grandmaster Lascaris built an isolation hospital, or lazzaretto, which was the first of its kind to be built in the Mediterranean. It was built on Manuel Island in 1643. This is the building with the arches coming on our right. So coming on our right now, you can see the town of Tashbish. Tashbish is a corruption of the Maltese word shibish, meaning fishing net. Fishermen used to stretch their nets along the shore and leave them to dry, and that's how the town got its name. Most of the foreign embassies, for example Ireland, Spain, Germany, Greece, Egypt, etc., can be found here. You can see some foreign flags on the top of the buildings. British came to Malta, they found a great number of iron cannons, which had been used during the Great Siege of Malta. Having no further use for them, they took them down to our harbours and used them as ballast to tie their ships. There are around 300 along this shore, and another one in the Grand Harbour as well. And you can see some of them coming on your right. Onto our right on the land, you can see a carry called Black Pearl. It was owned by the famous actor Errol Flynn for some time in the 1950s as a private vessel. It was sunk for a few years but then brought up again to be used in the filming. The musical Popeye the Sailor with Robin Williams was shot on it in 1979. Today it houses the restaurant and the bar. And onto your right you can see Imsida Creek. Imsida is a corruption of the Maltese word Imsaida, meaning fishing village. You can also see the extension of the yacht marina, which can accommodate 600 yachts. Onto the left hand side you can see this last and the smallest creek in the Marsamxett Harbour. This is Pieta. In the Grand Harbour, which is the largest and the most important harbour in Malta. It is also the largest natural harbour in the Mediterranean, being 2.5 miles long with a shoreline of 9.5 miles. The average depth of the Grand Harbour is 24 meters. Onto your right you may notice that the breakwater has been damaged. This dates back to an Italian U-boat attack on the Grand Harbour in 1941. Their aim was to destroy a convoy bringing much-needed supplies to Malta. However, they were detected by searchlights from the harbour's entrance, and all of the 18 Malta torpedo vessels were destroyed. No ship in the harbour suffered any damage. So the bridge was reconstructed, but the column is still original. And the long building above the fortified walls with the green doorways and some flags today, it was the Hospital of the Knights known as the Sacra Infirmary. It was built in 1574 under the rules of Grand Master John de la Cassière. The first hospital was built in Birgu, but since this one was the most modern, having isolation and surgery rooms, it was transferred to this place in 1575. It could accommodate 2,000 sick people. And nowadays it houses the Mediterranean Conference Center and the Malta Experience. If you look once again above the fortification walls, you can see some arches which make part of the lower Baraka gardens. Here we have a monument dedicated to Sir Alexander Ball, who did so much for the Maltese in their uprising against the French. In front of these gardens you can see a monument with a bell. This was built to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the George Cross. It was commemorated by Queen Elizabeth in May 1992. For those of you who might not know, the George Cross is a distinction of bravery. Many people believed that Napoleon had landed here, which is why this creek called it French Creek, but actually Napoleon landed near the old custom house in Valletta. Napoleon, he came to Malta on his way to Egypt in 1798. By this time the Order of St. John had become weak and had practically no resistance. In addition, according to the constitution, knights can legally fight only against non-Catholics. So Grand Master accepted, and finally Napoleon landed in Valletta, and he stayed 6 days before leaving for Egypt. 5 days after Napoleon landed, Grand Master Hompesch left Malta for Italy, and the French ruled Malta for 2 years and 2 months. In 1800, Malta was given to Lord Nelson, and in 1814, Malta became a British colony. In 1964, Malta became independent, and 10 years later, a republic. Goodbye and good health to you all. On behalf of our Captain Daniel and his crew, I would like to thank you all for your attention. We wish you a lovely holiday here in Malta, and for those of you who are leaving soon, bon voyage. And now may I please ask you all to remain seated until the boat is fully secured. Thank you very much once again, and to you all, Saha.
As the boat cruise comes to an end, I feel a profound sense of gratitude for this unforgettable experience. I return to Valletta with a sense of peace and contentment, knowing that I have truly experienced the magic of this enchanting island. Thank you for watching my videos. See you in my next video. Bye.